When I usually talk to the most senior levels in the organization and we're trying to think about a new investment in a technology, I ask them when they got to the level that they got, like, was there an inflection point and who took a chance on you? And it usually gives them a great opportunity to tell a story about a leader who either mentored them or someone who gave them an opportunity before they were ready. They can also usually point to someone that saved their career when they made a misstep or took a wrong turn and picked them up. And then I ask them, how did you connect with that person? How did they meet you? And there's usually either some level of chance and happenstance or networks that had existed beforehand and privilege, candidly, in some of the networks that we have and some of the histories that we have that allowed them to know to either seek that person, connect to that person. And so I go back then and I say, how do you think other folks in our organization are? And who are you taking a chance on? How similar to you are they? How, are they in different demographics, different businesses, different generational sets? Are they, how different or not are they from you? And when we think about that informal system that I can't track in any of my HR systems, I say, this is what we need to solve for. Because to get to those senior levels and to get to that awareness and to have that continual support, I can't launch an HR program that gets to that unless I'm curating some of these conversations. Historically, I think you'll look at the data and you'll be able to see that you're not seeing advancement probably at the same rates when you compare different demographics that you can track. You're probably not seeing people selected or in succession plans at the same rates. You may even be seeing some of that in your recruiting. And when you start seeing some of those gaps, they seem to get bigger and bigger as you get more senior into the organization. So I think at the basic level, it's understanding the concept of why do these networks truly become so critical to our success, to our development, to our advancement, and how do they impact DEI in particular? And when you start looking at the metrics that you can track, you can start looking then at how many individuals that are high potential are connected to individuals that are high performing in my organization. Am I seeing different talent outcomes? How many connections do they have? If they're going through a mentorship program, am I seeing differentiated outcomes? And through some of the questions right after the connections, we can say, are you getting the type of insight and information that's truly changing the game for you? And if employees tell us they're not, we go and we tweak the algorithm, but it allows us to really be smart about the way we're curating and stay accountable to actually driving the outcomes that we say networking will give us. And on a continual kind of growth mindset approach to it, to say, if we got it wrong, let's go back and not give up on this because we know how critical connection is. Let's make the right connections and support people when they need it and give them the space to be able to really actualize on the benefit of networking and connection.